will you play hard to get?
I mean, at this age, we're really playing. If we're playing hard to get,
it's already hard to get.
I keep saying want to say hose, but let's get into some
I
questions.
legit thought you said hose.
give it up for our hoes.
No.
I was like,
Where they at?
Yes, no. Let's get it. Absolutely not. Oh boy.
yes.
That'll be in our opening credits.
Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of That's How You Feel. As always, I am your host, Caleb Anthony. I'm joined with my other host, as always, Levi.
What's up, everybody?
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. For those that have already done so, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. And for those that haven't shared our podcast with people, what are you doing?
Caleb.
What are you doing? Like,
Caleb.
What are you?
People are never going to share if you keep getting onto them.
You're going to get hate comments.
Yeah.
Sure. That's why they don't like you now.
But what are you doing though? You haven't shared.
Ask them with love.
With love, what are you doing? Share the podcast by now, like you're just hating if you're not. Yeah.
With
so
love.
you know,
Share.
Can be the most hateful comment in the world, but if you say with love, it's all
With
good.
love.
Okay.
Yeah.
With all due respect, share the podcast. What are you doing? Like
Out of spite for you.
a little bit. But shout out to the Rhodes. The Rhodes family gave us this really cool on-air sign. Cue applause for them. I want the air horn thing.
Also, we want to give a big shout out. Caleb's taking too long. We have officially reached 1,000 followers on Instagram.
I was going to say that.
You were taking too long.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Excited in sign language?
That's applause in sign language.
Oh, applause. Hey.
But for real,
Goodness.
I don't like that seems. I was thinking about that yesterday. It seems surreal to me that there's
1,000 people.
Yeah. So I just want to thank you for everyone that's followed this journey with Caleb and I. It's been a fun ride.
And if you haven't followed us, what are you doing?
Caleb, we talked about this.
What if you're a guest on here and you don't follow?
Oh
I think
Get
honestly, I
off the
think
show.
Michaela doesn't follow. I
That's
don't.
not true. That's not true.
no, Michaela follows, but
Show me
Mariah
your
follows.
Instagram.
Mariah
I don't even have
followed
my
us.
phone on me.
Which we're
I
talking.
don't even
Taylor
got
does
Wi-Fi.
As you guys can see, we have some special guests with us today.
She doesn't follow. me.
Caleb, would you like to introduce?
Yep. To my immediate left, we have one of my very good friends. How long have I known you now? 7 years? 6 years?
Something like that.
Taylor, my good friend. She doesn't follow the podcast, but she's a good friend of mine.
You're lucky I follow you.
Hey, you know what? I do feel grateful
Hashtag truth.
that you
I know.
follow me. Because I think we're decent friends.
Decent.
We're decent friends.
Taylor
Next
is-
to Taylor is...
Hold on, Taylor's also a great singer.
Oh no, now I have to.
And don't you have a dog?
My dog wears hats. If you want to follow her on Instagram, it's pippa.jen. And she wears really
We'll
cute
have to
hats.
cue one of her dog's photos here and throw it in.
Shout out Pippa.
Yeah, shout out Pippa.
All right,
famous.
who's next, Caleb? Who we got?
Next up on the panel is a very good... This is a newer friend of mine, and she has just been an
Newer.
absolute
Keyword
blessing
newer.
in my life. Her name is Mikaela.
Woo woo! I will say she's pretty cool, but I'm confused because I was invited to the cookout and then I got told. Then she messaged me and told me I was not invited.
Yeah, you might have seen Mikaela briefly on our mac and cheese episode. So she was one of our panel judges on that. So
The reason why Levi is disinvited to the cookout was because he could not do the line dance.
you mean was it the electric slide? Because
He got real
No, I can't.
confused.
A couple weeks ago at church on
At
stage.
any point, you're supposed to be able to join the electric slide.
At
he
any
was
point.
like, in a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he just like backed out, and I was like, yeah, don't show up. To the
Taylor
cookout.
and Caleb can speak to
No
this.
more. You can't
Dancing is
come.
not my strong suit.
it sure isn't.
That's okay.
It's not.
So like,
It's not Caleb's either. That's why they're
he
friends.
could bring the side.
I can do a two-step that all day.
Step touch.
Yeah.
A step touch. That is the
But I will
accurate way
say,
to
you put
describe
on the
it.
Cupid Shuffle.
That's out there.
Yeah, no, that was embarrassing.
You just see him migrate
Did
to
you
the
know
back.
what we're talking? I don't think you were there. There was.
I don't think I was there, but
I don't
I've
remember
seen you
who
dance
it
before.
was. There was three of us. Joel, Mariah, they just started doing this dance, and so I didn't see them at first, and I caught them in the middle of it. So I'm like, crap! Now I got to figure out what
1,
step we're
2,
on.
3.
Yeah.
I can't
So
get it.
I'm gonna work on getting back to the cookout because that
We
has
can
been my
teach you.
lifelong
We
mission.
can teach you to dance because they do that there.
Hey,
Levi can bring the side, but he can't bring the dance.
Don't
moves.
hop in the dance line. Don't get up.
You just stay down, buddy. We love you for your mac and cheese.
I can see it now. Who made this mac and
Levi, come on, but then
He
if he
can't
gets
dance
up
for
and gets
nothing,
to the dance,
Mama didn't teach him how to
mac and
dance, but he
cheese.
sure can cook.
he sure can cook.
You know what? If you started dancing, there would be people saying, "Oh, bless his heart."
Just don't do it, all right? I embarrassed myself enough.
What's one cool fact about you, Mikaela?
A cool fact. A cool fact is I'm an Enneagram 8, and I hate these cool fact things.
But Mikaela is a really big fan of soccer. Loves soccer.
That's wild.
Loves playing sports. Pickleball is like
That
she's
is
really
true.
into it right now.
I'm very athletic.
I was gonna say you should plug your guys'
Run it black.
yes, Run It Black.
That's true.
We are both the three of us are in a running club.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Run It Black KC
Every
Run It Black.
Saturday at 8 a.m. at the MLK Park. Meet us there.
It's like 8:30, 8:15 for stretching.
We'll
there at
cue
8,
in that
so
throw in
Yeah.
that Instagram like little thing. We'll put
Right.
it in there as an image.
Shout
Julia,
out to
I'm sorry.
Julia.
Every time I
She's
want to
the
do
best.
something, I know it just makes your job harder. So
Julia is the real MVP.
Cue image. Add this.
Cut this out. Don't cut this out.
Sound effect here.
Give me a drink.
well, so the next person that you see is another new friend of
It's
mine.
Brittany. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Hold on.
No, we're not bleeping nothing out. Let the
You
people
would
know
consider
who you
her
are.
a new friend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really
You've
new.
known her like 3 years.
It's I've known her. I've known that she exists for 3 years, but
Yeah.
we became friends. I would say this year.
He didn't
For
mess
sure.
with her before.
I sure didn't.
He did.
I found
and
her
I
to
didn't
be
like
threatening.
Him okay,
She was
threatening a
aggressive.
stretch.
I found out. So
I feel like you shouldn't
Mike-
say aggressive, and she's a black woman.
Sure shouldn't. She is aggressive.
Literally walked in with a smile on her face.
Literally, I'm the nicest one
I
on
will
this
say-
couch.
Why
I
are
will
you
say,
being so
Mariah,
hostile
when you
right
first
now?
started, like when we first started singing, I was a little intimidated. And then Mikaela told me that you were a hugger, and I was like, what? Because I'm a hugger. So now we hug when we see
Yeah,
each
now
other.
we hug. Every
Mariah's
Sunday
a
because of
hugger?
you.
Yeah.
Yes, Caleb, you're the one that don't like hugs. Don't do that.
Oh,
She,
yeah.
came,
This is Mariah. I didn't even say her name yet. This is Mariah.
I'm Mariah.
Welcome
Don't
to the
do
show.
that.
she came at you on that one.
That's fine. That's fine. That's why she's my newest friend. Not newest friend. She's a good
I'm
friend
his
of mine.
one of his only black friends. That's what it is.
So let's get into these
pew, pew,
comments
pew,
and
pew.
shout outs.
Yeah, a couple
Just
shout
gonna-
outs. So the first one,
No facts about Mariah right now. Just
we
right into the
actually,
shout-outs.
this is kind of cool. We got our first piece of fan mail. So
Like
if you
legit
go,
mail.
Yeah, so if you, well,
Not physical mail, but
it wasn't physical mail. When you go to our link, there's a spot on there where someone can submit fan mail. And so we did get one. It was from, her name is Billy. And it said, I heard Caleb mention in this episode about meeting people and them saying they are enjoying the show but not commenting. He specifically mentioned our encounter. I met Caleb in the church parking lot. I'm Billy. Thanks for the suggestions of Cooper's Hawk. I've never been, but I made reservations for my upcoming birthday. I have been enjoying the camaraderie between you two. Sorry, I got to learn how to talk. I'm a little behind on episodes. Keep producing these informative and entertaining episodes.
So happy birthday, Billy, because it's coming up. Also, I still don't know who you are. So please, whenever you see this, come up and say, hey, I'm Billy. Please introduce yourself. Come
I'll
up and say, hey,
introduce you
I'm
next
so and so. I watch the podcast.
But thank you, Billy, for watching. Happy early birthday. And
love
also,
you,
thank you
Billy.
for sending some fan mail.
yeah,
so.
thank you.
Number one fan.
That's right. And the next one comes from the one and only Demont Collins.
Demont.
Trying to get him on the podcast. Hey, we need you guys to convince Demont to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I don't know Demont like that.
Well, so this was in regards to when you did the musicals with Joliet.
Oh, yeah.
And so he said, I was patiently waiting to stand for a Hamilton musical, but I should know by now that Caleb is an entertainer was going to deny my joy. And I just wanted to say, Demont, you're absolutely correct. Caleb denies everybody's joy. So it's not just you, and I am sorry, but thank you for watching.
Talking about Hamilton.
Everybody in
Caleb
agreement,
is a
say
really
aye.
Nice person.
Aye.
He's very
Aye.
generous.
Caleb
I
is a
don't
hater.
agree.
You're outnumbered.
Whatever. I don't care.
Life.
I don't care. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care.
I do care.
Hamilton
like
is a bad musical.
He's
I
a
will
good
say
friend.
that.
Lies.
Has he bought you a pair of shoes?
He did actually.
That's crazy, right? That's
We have
sounds like a
we have
good
some matching
friend.
pair of shoes, and then I bought him a pair of shoes.
Where are my shoes at?
Oh wait, yeah, those are the
I
same
don't know your
ones.
shoe size.
Yes, you do.
Where are my shoes at?
I
Little.
truly do not know your shoe size.
I
Child.
put my shoe size out
shoes.
there so that he would get me some shoes.
Did you really?
He's
I
only
told
bought me
him and he
shirts.
still don't do it.
Hey, Caleb is a great gift giver, and by great is he'll spend some money on you. So
Where are my shoes at?
Only his credit cards
Sure
though.
am.
Again, thanks for commenting. As we've said before, if you do take the time to comment, we would love to read some on the show. And
A good comment
you never know,
or a bad comment. I don't
yours
care.
might be the
Hate
next one
comments
we
for
read.
Caleb, please.
There was.
Yes.
I actually do want to mention one comment that was given to us. It was when we were trying pretzels. It was on. It's on a YouTube reel, and there was,
yeah?
it was one word comment: gay. That was the only thing they said. Nothing else. It was just gay, and I was like, all right.
They didn't like y'all talking about those pretzels.
Yeah.
They didn't like it.
Yeah.
I
Apparently eating pretzels.
was like, all right. But let's get into some questions for our. I keep saying want to say host, but they're guests. Let's get into some
I
questions.
legit thought you said hose.
Give it up for our host.
No.
I was like, we haven't even started yet.
This is why Caleb
Where they at?
gets the most rap.
No.
Articulation, Caleb. Hosts.
I'm sorry. I would never refer.
I want you to know right now,
Now
this
he's
couch
scared.
is a party going on.
There's so much going on.
It's when we sit next to each other. There's like she's musical, so like she just keeps going.
Oh, I
into
know. I
song,
heard you
and I'm
singing
like,
in the bathroom earlier when I was walking past there. You were shouting it out, Michaela.
Just a
What
couple
was I
questions.
singing?
So let's get into some questions.
Question of the day.
Several questions. What emoji do y'all use the most? Like, what's the most used emoji?
Okay,
Which one?
Eggplant. No, I'm just kidding.
we're gonna kick you out this episode. You know you got youth watching you. My favorite emoji, because I wear glasses all the time,
Sorry.
is the
Okay, you were.
That eggplant emoji. You didn't see that coming.
No, I'm kidding. I don't use it.
Sure.
You said that real quick for someone who don't use it.
You can check my emojis right now. It's not fair.
All right, so
was crazy, right?
What do you
what
use,
emoji do
Michaela?
you use most?
Okay, I really enjoy the one with the glasses, the little nerd emoji with the teeth.
With
Like,
his little teeth, his buck teeth.
That's funny. I
it's
actually
like I use
hardly.
it for like
I don't
all
think I ever
different
use
things.
that.
So like
Mine is
surprised or like excited.
okay.
I'm like, oh,
You just
just like that.
He sums it all up.
And I usually have glasses on, so like it makes sense. I feel like, but it probably doesn't make sense
Do you
to
wear
anybody
glasses?
else. Yeah,
I've never
Blind
seen
as
you
a
with
bat.
I
glasses.
got dry eyes, so I can't like if I'm doing my law work, I have to.
Gotcha.
What about you, Tay? What do you use?
So I was looking here. I'm an emoji girl, but I think that one where he's tilted on the side and he's melting.
What does that one even mean?
That
Is
is
that like,
like
I'm embarrassed?
no,
or-
that's more like I don't know. It only comes
You
with
didn't help
sound.
describe
I
it.
feel
You
like
didn't
it's
describe
like
it at
you're
all.
sinking into the couch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're sinking into the couch and you're like, I'm out of here.
I do it when it's like I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do,
Yeah,
or
that's a
this is
great-
awkward.
Yeah,
And then I'm
awkward,
like,
yeah.
I use it a lot at work.
Yeah.
In my
Michaela's
work
like, someone
chats.
tells me they love me and I.
Michaela, I need you to make that face from now. That needs to be like your new permanent like facial expression.
Oh, that's so funny.
All right.
Mariah, what is yours?
Mine is I
The
use
eggplant.
no. I was kidding about that. I use the one with the big eyes, the white eyes that are like looking to the
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Or
Side
the
eye.
Side eye.
side eye.
It's a good one.
Or I use the one where it's the upside down smiley face.
Oh, I
I'm
do like that one.
Oh, I do like that one too.
So yeah.
I'm basic. Mine is literally the laughing, crying emoji.
Is it the one where it's tilted to the side or the one straight up? Because at least like the young kids will think you're cool if it's tilted to the
Okay,
side.
tilt to the side. I still got.
He does straight up. He's lying.
Hey, I will show you. I had
You just switched because she said it was gonna make you cool.
question of the day. What emoji do you hate to get?
I don't hate any of them. Like I don't care. Like
I
people hate the
hate-
thumbs up one. That's like the easiest one. I love that one because
I
that
do it
means
all.
It
you
can
understand.
be rude. It can be rude.
it can be rude.
And so,
I do hate the
so
thumbs
can
up.
this.
I almost put that as
When
mine.
someone hits you with the like,
This one's bad.
That's just like texting someone K.
I love K. I send it all the time. I'm the worst texter.
You
though.
know
usually
that-
it's a diss. Usually, if they
And so
send
you know
this,
that
they're
means like
okay.
F off.
I just don't text.
I haven't gotten that in a
I
while.
I like
Okay.
all the emojis. I think they're fine.
Okay, that's
There's
cool.
not one that like you could send me that I'm like, oh, you got a problem with me or something? I'm like, I don't care.
So the one I put that I hate to get, and I'm looking specifically at you, Caleb.
What's up?
Is
Shade thrown.
the middle finger emoji?
Oh,
Oh, I send that to you a lot. That's the one I use.
Yeah, you do.
I love that emoji. It's a good one.
I do, but it's just because Caleb sends it at the most.
I send it all the time to you.
Yeah, I could tell him like something positive. I could say happy birthday, and he'd just be like,
That's not that. Okay, that is not true. All right, so this is kind of a more fun question for you. So, if you were offered a reality TV show of your current life, like you're not a millionaire all of a sudden, but like your life as it is right now, if you were offered the show, like HGTV or E came and were like, "Hey, we would like to follow you around and just film your life," would you take the show?
TLC.
TLC,
Yes.
sure. I'm sorry, what?
I would take it.
Immediately.
Immediately, yes. Like a Netflix, like a good, like, you know, I'm giving myself away if I say this out loud. I enjoy the trash reality shows on Netflix.
Me?
Like Selling Sunset Boulevard.
Well, yeah, that'd
Can I
be
say these
perfect for
things?
you.
Yes.
So like
I haven't seen that
Netflix,
one. He loves
you
Selling
could
Sunset.
I love
do
Selling
something
Sunset.
about my life. And
Do you watch like The Circle and all those other ones too?
okay, I'm not into that one.
The circle ones?
Perfect Match.
Scary.
All right,
Also,
Mariah's
no.
coming back to talk about trash reality TV. Hey!
Okay, there's some things I don't watch.
Yeah, you don't watch trash. You watch bougie ones.
That's true, and that's why I want a show.
Because I'm
It comes with
bougie.
endorsements, right?
Huh?
Like,
Well, you make money off of
like
it.
on Selling
you get
Sunset, they
paid
have
to
like
be
a
on the show.
whole like
You get paid per episode.
Prada wardrobe.
I don't know if you get your own wardrobe, but okay.
You think
Tay,
they're
would you
paying
take
for
a
their
show?
clothes?
Of your current life, would you take a show?
No. Because
You don't want your two besties on the show? Like, y'all just acting up?
because I'm a little I like to be foolish around people I know, but like
You don't
as
want the world to know?
That's my problem with what I'm doing right now. People are gonna know my secrets.
Okay.
Got
Mariah?
problems.
That's why we invited you here.
At first, my answer was no, but I'm like, low key, I could be famous finally. So I think yes.
Wait, so is your answer no?
Call me.
I haven't answered yet.
Netflix.
Well, what's your answer?
I have no idea.
It better
I think
be yes.
I think I would. Like,
You would because you want to be famous.
He 100% would.
and you think you're funny.
You know you
he wouldn't turn it down.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know what we were watching, but
You
want to be a comedian.
Caleb, I would say though,
You want to be a comedian so
What?
bad.
you might become America's most hated.
You would.
Sure.
oh, I'd instantly be like a villain. Like,
Husband.
I'd been canceled. I wouldn't make it a season.
They would be like,
An episode, you
there
mean.
would be a GoFundMe
make
to
an
help
episode.
Emily get away from you.
They
I'd make it
would.
an episode
Did
because
you
the
hear
first
me?
episode is me like tiptoeing around the camera. Then like I forget the camera's there, and then boom, canceled.
No, it'd be
All right,
like
what'd you
you
say? I'm
doing
sorry.
your stand-up comedy straight to the camera. You'd be like, "This is it."
I'm sorry, Levi. What did you say?
I don't remember now.
See,
Oh, I said, did you hear me?
I heard that.
Oh, good.
he said that he would send.
I would send what?
He would. They would be asking for Emily to like, you know, blink
Oh, a
twice if
GoFundMe
she's
page to help
good,
Emily.
get out,
Escape.
Oh, okay.
To get away from you.
say
That's
the
fine.
word.
I
Leave him
would
immediately.
definitely do it. I would.
In your hospice care, just
I think it'd be great for
I
people
think-
to see like what I do every day.
You would
Do
be
you
the
watch The
hero, and
Challenge?
he'd be the villain.
Love the challenge.
Everybody would love you.
Call me any of y'all.
I don't know. Maybe
I think absolutely.
she would be the hero because she'd
No,
be in
because
it.
your whole family is like so sweet and cute and wholesome, and everyone would be
See,
like,
that's
"Oh
what
my
you
god,
see
we
on
love
Instagram.
you."
You go to the show, you may see another side.
But like, I know you. You're a nice
just
person. So
I'm really not that. mean.
Chad will show up.
Yeah, Chad might come out.
Chad.
All right. So, just to keep us. go
What's
on.
the topic today?
topic of today? There's a reason why these three wonderful women are here. We're talking
Welcome
about,
to the dating game.
We actually have some
Nope,
contestants
okay.
for you folks to.
Where are the eligible bachelors?
That is the
Bachelorettes.
question we'd like to ask you folks. We're talking
I
about
have
dating
lashes
today, folks. And just I wanted to bring on some people that are single and
Ready to
not-
mingle.
I wasn't gonna say that, but hey, they did. So y'all are single and ready to mingle or willing. I don't know what I don't want.
Willing.
Willing and able.
Okay, so the first question is, what's your current opinion of the dating scene, like in your life or in like the city? Like, what's your current like opinions about dating right now?
Or like, what's it look like in your life?
So it's non-existent. That's why I'm on this episode.
Okay, first of all, y'all are not on here so we can find y'all a man. I don't want any men.
hold on.
That's not what I meant. I'm saying
Is that the
I'm
new
single.
reality
That's
show?
why I'm
Like,
on this
comment,
whole episode.
subscribe, send
But,
in mail.
Put in your profile pics, age, height, and do you believe in Jesus?
But also, like, I also don't want this to be like, because I've seen like those podcast clips where like there's a guy with like a bunch of like feminists or whatever, and they have a bunch of double standards. I'm not here to say y'all need to lower your standards, but I do want to like pick your brain about.
I'm not.
I
This
know.
lower my standards.
Stop
I'm
it.
not doing that.
Y'all have seen those podcast clips where there's a round table of girls and there's a dude asking them about feminism and like they just give the most outlandish answers about how a man needs to make $500,000 and be 7'2" and have.
a
7
man in
foot.
finance, 6'5",
Aliens.
blue eyes.
I mean,
like,
so I will say,
We've seen those clips.
I
This is
completely
not
agree.
that kind of setting. I don't want to like
I completely
tell y'all that
agree.
y'all are silly.
I'm going to take it back to high school for me. I know this sounds weird, but
What are
I
we
was in
doing?
this class
Yeah,
and this
what?
teacher had us write everything we wanted down. Yeah, like what you wanted in a human. It was not in a human. It was not $500,000 a year. But from that, she said, don't ever settle just because you will find this. And if you settle, you're going to miss out on what you really want.
I'm a sucker
So-
for cornrows and manicured toes.
It's different. That means
That's a
she wears
Nelly lyric.
That means she
Oh,
wears a
I was like-
she wears
Sorry,
a
Nelly.
wig.
For a second, I thought you had a foot fetish, and
I
I was
know.
not ready for it. You know I don't
I
like.
know, I was confused.
You know I don't like the feet, Caleb.
That was a Nelly lyric. Never mind. I forget it. I tried to make a joke. It
We're sorry.
was bad.
So the dating scene where
Thank
in my
you,
current
Mikaela.
life, honestly, I've given up on the apps. That's for sure. I mean, Hinge is where I was, I posted up for a few months. I will say, I feel like you can find some success on there. I did find a guy and then I got off the app. So that was good. And then I got back on like after things. And I was like, these guys are seeming the same. Like they were very similar, like their like what their jobs were. Like I just was like realizing like who's on the apps. And this is like no diss to anybody on the apps, but I was like, it's not necessarily always the guys that I'm looking for because those guys have options. So it was like
So
whoa, say that again.
like the guys that I'm like looking for maybe are a little bit more outgoing. Like good guys are hard to come by. So if you're a good guy, like you have options. Like a good guy in the church, like he's got options. Like he's not going to be on the dating app. He doesn't need to like find someone
by swiping.
Can I ask
like,
you?
he has options.
Can I ask a serious question though?
Yes. What's your question?
Do you think the reason why the good guys get kind of pushed to last is because women typically go for the bad guys? And that's I'm not a.
Yeah, no, I think
just
that's a thing. But I think
I've noticed that a lot with like some people I know, and they've admitted it, so that's why I can say I'm not saying about the
Good guys get friend zoned. It's just that's my opinion.
I
I
think
think
though,
good guys get friend zoned
there
real
has to
quick.
be compatibility. Because I tried to give like I mean I like good guys, so it's like a good guy, and then like there also has to be compatibility. You know, like,
So I never did the apps.
I gotta like you.
So I mean I'm cool.
No, I'm not saying you.
No, so I never did the apps, but I am curious because in my mind, the apps have become more of, and Taylor, we're not skipping over you because we're going to come to you next on that question. But the apps seem, in my mind, to have just become more of a hookup culture type thing. So a lot
Some
of
of them are like that.
from what
I
I've
think it
heard,
depends on where you're at. I think it depends. I
Well,
would say it
oh.
depends.
Yep.
I was on all. I loved them. Dating apps were great.
Yeah, he was like the type that you like really needed to weed out.
Ho.
yeah.
And move on. No, I think that
Disrespect.
they can be. It depends on what app you're on. And I feel like you can figure that out pretty fast. I feel like if you are going to be on the apps, you need to be super selective because if you like do too much and like try to talk to too many people, you get fatigued. And then you're like this is just too much. But I think if you like are selective and you're like, if you're not meeting these expectations, I would say even a FaceTime date first. I just like, I'm not going to go meet everyone face to face.
That makes sense, yeah.
So I would like have a FaceTime date and it was like, you believe something I don't believe and this is not for me. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Tay,
Well, and hey, at least you want to put it up front because you don't want to lead someone on. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Tay, what you got? What's your
What was the
current
question?
what's your current dating scene look like in your life?
other than the fact that obviously you're single, like that's not a joke. I'm not trying to be mean.
So rude, right?
Well, you did. It was rude because you
Other
said
than the fact that you're
obviously.
Obviously.
single. No ring on your finger.
Nah. It's not really going, obvi, but not that I really care that it's not going. You know, my issue is this right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You are a singer for
Am I
a
close
living.
enough?
You know how to use a microphone. Stop it. Just
Not-
tilt it towards you.
If
There
you
you
this
touch
go.
one.
it while you talk, though, it's gonna be making noise.
I shouldn't touch it.
Leave the mic alone.
So talk as you were.
So I'm on a dating app, I do.
Which one?
I do the Hinge.
All right.
Hinge.
The Hinge.
So is Hinge a good one? I take
Yes.
Let's go back and forth on this.
Yeah. Okay. So I've done a lot of them, and the Hinge. I keep calling it the Hinge.
I like Hinge.
I do like
Okay.
Hinge. It's the best one. I feel like Tinder is definitely like the more hookup one, and then Bumble for some reason is like
Popular.
I can't get a match. Like I cannot match. Oh, okay. I lied, and this is not me being mean. It's like guys that are never in a million years would I.
I thought on Bumble you
standard.
choose, right?
Yeah, on
But
Bumble,
the-
the girl has to message first. Like you'll
Yes,
have to
but
first
you have to
match
match.
first.
That's the thing is I
But-
can't match with like somebody.
You're
Even
just like,
I'm
nope.
just like this is not even close to what is.
So
gonna happen.
Hinge, is it like Tinder where you have to match each other?
Yes.
All dating
You do
apps are
have
like
to.
that, where you have to like you both have
Yeah,
to
you
swipe,
swipe.
left on each other to get a match.
But you
Do
also,
you-
I've discovered you have to pay for it. There's like a whole like algorithm that goes on behind that if you're not actively like paying for the subscription or whatever it is, you don't get pushed to the front and you don't get as many likes and people don't see you as much. So I did recently start paying for it. I have
How is that going?
it's, I don't know.
Better
But
matches?
here's the thing is I don't really get on it too much. So that's
Been
my
in
problem.
finance?
So you're
6'5",
wasting money.
Blue eyes?
Yes, I am. Because a good friend of mine, we have a theory, so we're testing it out on me right now.
What's the theory?
That if you like pay for it and you like really perfect your profile, that you're gonna get better results. She also told me though that it's because I'm like so focused, like I have to really like this guy if I'm gonna swipe on him. She's like, it's not that serious. Just swipe and
Try it
like and
out.
message and try it out and see if it works. I'm like, okay. She's like, it's not forever.
Yeah, see if he can read first. Like let's. Like,
I
see
know,
if he
but I'd
can-
be like so intense on their profile. I'd be like,
So
no,
this
can't do
isn't
that.
this wasn't in our questions, but we were talking about trash reality TV. Have you guys seen Love Is Blind?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you ever go on an experience like that?
No.
No. Man,
No, really?
man, oh man. What happened to Homegirl
Well, to be fair, I should say
and Clay?
not
Ain't
the
no
not the
way.
married part at the end. Would you do the pods to date someone?
Yes, but if it didn't force us to like get
Get
some type of
married.
like cash
Yeah.
prize or something, if like we make it to the altar for you to like let me down, that's crazy.
Yeah, no. The way there's some people I'm
That's
like,
crazy. That's crazy.
their whole family comes and everything, and they're like, I'm sorry, I don't want to marry you.
I could never.
I don't know what the show is about. So
I would do the pods. I feel like honestly the pods are very similar to Hinge.
Yeah.
In a way.
It's like
you're
it's just real
you're
life.
getting to know
So
each other.
There's a girl in a pod and a guy in a pod,
Yeah, yeah,
and they
yeah.
have like a wall between them where they can talk, but they can't see each other. So it's basing your relationship off like personality,
couldn't do it.
and you also can't explain like what you. Well, one girl said she
Some
looked like
say-
Megan Fox.
Ah!
And she lied.
I had to bring that up. I'm so sorry because that girl probably hates all the hate she got. I felt bad for her.
She makes all TikToks about it now, so I don't think she cares.
yeah.
She's making money now.
Yeah,
on
she
it.
got.
Oh, yeah. So one question I did have about the dating apps. So I think I already know this answer, but I know some people who are a little older who are using dating sites,
What does that mean?
What is
Like,
eHarmony.
like
Yep.
websites and Match.com. So do
Those are apps,
you or people nowadays use dating sites anymore?
yes.
No, I didn't even know what they were. I thought that was. I thought eHarmony
I
was the
tried
app.
to do Match because also the friend I'm doing the experiment with, she's used Match.
Do I know this
Hatch.
friend?
You do. That's why I keep looking at you.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Do I
We're
know
on the
this
same
person?
page.
Yes, you do.
Maybe.
But
Emily?
not naming
You do.
names because she'll be mad. But
She doesn't watch the show. She doesn't care.
she used Match, and I'm almost positive my brother found his wife on Match, and so I tried. But again, it's just like
You got to pay to play.
there are weirdos out there.
Well, and you have to pay like a high
There are
subscription.
weirdos out there.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
just it's weirdos, like really.
So yeah. So okay, we're kind of already like in the apps question. Like, what's like an immediate like nope swipe? Like, what profile picture or like what's like a bio thing that's like nope?
A man holding a fish.
Yes.
Get your fish out of here.
Deers, birds,
Like
hunting.
A man with
if
an
they're holding,
American
like,
flag shirt.
The antlers like in like
Yeah,
showing
don't
the
do
kill.
that.
You
'Cause nobody cares
killed a
about
deer.
If there is like the marijuana preference thing, it's
Yeah.
it's a solid.
What
no
do
for me.
you
So you're not 420 friendly.
Nope.
No.
So
If it's
do
on your
you-
Nope.
if someone has their shirt off in their photo just to show off. Is that a turn off or is it a turn on?
I don't really care.
Depends on what they
It
got
depends on
going
what. Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on what is going on underneath that shirt.
Too many, and it's also like, what's your face?
Well, what about
Like,
if
is
it's
it
someone
for
at a gym?
fitness? Okay,
fitness, yeah,
I could
that's
be here
fine,
for it
yeah.
if you look good. But if it's like you're doing something weird, like yeah, that is immediate nope. I don't even want to look any further. I don't want to see.
Your shirt off with your hand in your hair, like don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Like if he's posing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
You're not a model.
I've realized though,
So-
like
This is his
guys,
bid. This is not
I
American Next
actually
Top
think
Model.
that guys should have like women create their
Yes.
profiles.
For sure.
Because guys think that they take really good selfies and photos, and it's like you're just really not doing it for you. But like, I could help you.
They always take the mirror photos. Those are
Yes.
like, I'm like, stop taking a photo in a
It's
mirror.
too
Just
much.
like-
It's too much.
Just ask a friend to snap
This
a
is
pic.
probably
let
how
me
we should
set up your profile.
have them introduce themselves. What is your dating profile bio? If you want to say.
Bio? I don't think they do that anymore.
Or
They
you know
don't
what
do
I did?
bios?
No,
Yeah,
you
they,
have questions.
well, you can put
Or is
on
it
there.
just Taylor 24?
What is it? What are the
No.
little prompts?
No, they do have.
They
the
prompts.
Yeah,
It's prompts, or they do voice messages now, or
Jeez.
like
Wait, but
you
so
can.
if you
we
click
would
on,
probably
but if you
get
click on your
along
profile,
if-
there's no bio. It
No.
doesn't say.
It's like-
There is, I thought.
I'm gonna just pull
Tinder
mine
has
up.
Tinder has
No.
the bio
That's
thing.
on-
None of these
yeah.
girls are on Tinder.
what
though.
would your bio be? Just a short bio.
Oh, gee.
Well, I like my prompt was we would probably get along, or what did it? Something about like maybe I wouldn't like you or
Only-
something.
So
I
what
added,
would be
I
your
added
prompt?
church on there because I didn't realize that was like a big deal. Of like, there's a lot of people who say that they love God, but they're not actually like actively doing their faith thing. And so I was like, okay, this could weed out people if they're like, this girl's like about church.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that weeds guys out for me. No offense. I'm on the exact
yeah.
opposite. If I
That's
see like
We're
goes
doing
to
the right
church,
thing then.
then I'm like, oh, nope.
Yeah, because it's like at least you know, and then you're not wasting time.
Yes.
Well, because that's a big part of like a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
And so you want to find someone who's compatible in that for you, that can either challenge you and help you grow, or just you guys have similar interests.
Yeah.
So like exactly, you guys said
Yep.
opposite spectrums, but that's I agree
Love it.
completely.
You love God, but you go to the club on every Saturday. But you go to church and praise and raise your hands to the Lord. What God you
Hungover.
worshiping?
Didn't we hang out one night, and then you went to the club right after we were done hanging out?
We've never hung out.
That's
Okay,
not
you did
true.
hang
We
out.
have.
Not
we
on a
walked.
Saturday.
We walked.
It was a Friday.
We walked through Power and Light. Is
Yeah,
what we did.
and we
do.
went to our vehicles.
We did say we were like looking for the house. Yeah, there was nothing.
Anyway,
We went home.
What would your guys' what? No, we didn't finish the. Okay, what
prompt.
would your bio be?
I think mine was like the love language, and I said quality time.
that's your love language.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
It used to be words of affirmation, but words don't mean nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's quality time for sure. That was my.
Taylor, what about you?
Oh God, I'm so bad. That's the thing. I'm not good at like doing my profile, whereas I think I'm better in person. I think it was like 5 foot nothing ball of fun.
Oh my goodness. Is this your main picture?
Yep.
This is a
have
terrible
Hinge?
picture.
Terrible. He's judging my profile already.
Okay, let me say this. You look
wanna
nice
see your
in this
face.
photo. This is a bad photo.
And
No, wait.
It's
a
only
good
bad
photo.
because they can't see your face.
You're
Well,
like, yeah,
that's-
it's
it's not my first. So I have that. There's a setting on here or whatever that does
She pays.
it selects, it changes per person your first photo based on like how many likes your photos get. So it's
I want my best foot forward. That would not be.
That's on the paid version.
technology does that for you. So it's never that photo.
So typically, it's the one that's your highest liked photo.
yes, it's
Okay,
usually
that makes sense.
the highest. So it changes your photos rated on.
What
that.
about if a guy has like a group photo, like as like his first one? That's like, okay, which one is
Makes
which
me
one's
think-
Derek?
Have you guys seen the
gotta
movie
look.
Bringing Down the House?
It's been a long
No,
time.
isn't that what's
The
called?
movie Bringing Down the House. Yes.
Where Queen Latifah
Yes.
catfishes Steve Martin because he said, I was in the photo and it was her getting in the police car in the background.
Have y'all ever been
Yeah,
catfished?
Ooh, have you all been catfished?
No.
Define a catfish.
They
Someone
don't
who
look like their
Actually-
photo.
they don't look or
yeah.
they
Like-
lied about who they were.
Yeah.
I have had someone lie about who they were, but the
What do you mean?
elaborate on that.
Is this like a Risa Tisa thing?
a what?
Risa Tisa?
I don't even know what that is.
You didn't watch that?
Oh, the 59,000 episodes you put on TikTok?
Yes.
Oh, right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, it didn't last that long for
Okay.
me.
I've been catfished.
Did we want to come back to you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
To be fair, she was answering question and
Put him in his place.
You want to tell us about your
I
catfish?
like this
Who got
because
you?
She
got
just
you?
needs to be around you all the time.
Who got you?
Knock you down a
Tell
peg
us
or
who
two.
got you.
I think my mom is calling me.
Bye.
She just
Who
told me earlier
catfished
she don't
you?
want to talk to you. Caleb, you.
Okay, he's not going to elaborate, I guess.
So what were you going to say?
Okay, my recent catfish, this guy told me that he was 40 and he was actually like 44. That's like not like a huge.
Oh, yeah.
But then he also told me that he had 2 kids and he actually has
20.
3.
Okay.
And one of them is like a newborn.
Did he just, oh, so he just found out about third.
It was already born though.
I mean,
it's not
it
like
was
he didn't
it
know
was on
coming.
CaseNet. That's the other problem.
Yes, you gotta look them
That's
up.
a good question.
gotta
Do
look
you
'em up.
case net your dates?
I mean, okay, like I'm a lawyer because I have the access to that, so I am like
You probably
I
have a
don't
higher level
usually-
access, don't you?
Yeah, like I can actually like read your report. So that's where it was like I didn't look into this guy. I was like, I'll give you. I don't like to do that. Honestly, I don't have trust issues. But if I like start to get this feeling like I should have trust issues,
That's why they don't give me access, because I would, if I
You
know
would
you,
look.
I'd be like, what you got going on?
I never look. I'm like, okay, you can. I'm like, I tell them, I have access to this. So you got something to say or
Right, you better tell me up front.
yeah. But this guy, like, he lied. I was just like, wow. I didn't even like figure that out until I finally like ended things, and I was like, okay, let me go look. And I was like, 44, huh? Paying child support with 3 kids.
Well,
I was like,
Jeez.
yeah. Crazy.
So I've been married 5 years, and I can tell you, right,
Woo!
it's a little bit different dating life, but I haven't dated in a while. But so I know I have some family members who have been dating. They've been on the apps and stuff, and they have fallen into a lot of guys that are really interested in them, and then they start to fall for them, but then they find out they have another man. Or not another man, another woman.
Hold on, where we at?
Plot twist.
I'm actually not into you.
But that they're playing them, and this has happened to this specific person, I would say 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. I think that there are like warning signs. And
There
I'd
are.
say that this guy was that. He was like really excessive, as the people call it, love bombing. He was very like offering free trips and like, just like giving me all of the praise and accolades. And it was like, we've only like hung out maybe one time. And so I feel like those are like red flag, like you're doing all of this. And they're probably those with those people that she's experiencing. They're probably giving a lot in that first week. And then they just stop. And you know that you've been love bombed.
Yeah, that's trifling.
Or that's
hate
really
it.
sad.
So this is a 2-part question. What was one of the worst first dates that you guys went on from like an app or dating? Like someone took you on a first date. What was one of your worst dates? And then what would your ideal first date be?
I don't know. I didn't meet this guy on a dating app. He was definitely like from college, and we were on the same. I majored in theater, so we did like theater together, and we went on a date. And it was when the Royals were in the World Series for the first time.
Yeah.
And so we went to this restaurant. We sat down, and everything was good. And he asked the waitress, he's like, well, do you have a TV so we can watch the game? Because it was on. And I was like,
First date.
but like we knew each other, obviously. And she goes, oh, it's on in the other room. There was like the dining area, and then there was like the bar area. And he literally got up, left me sitting at the table, and went and stood in the other room for like 15 minutes to watch the game, and then would come back and then tell me about it. I was like, oh Lord, no. And then I was like trying to leave and like get out of it. And because we had like a theater party we were going to, and I was like, I have to go to Walmart to get safety pins for my like costume, because it was around Halloween time. And he's like, oh, I'll go with you. And I was like, no, I'll go by myself. And he's like, no, really, I'll drive you. I was like, oh my God.
Don't you have
So
a
we
game
went to
watch?
Walmart. I know. We went to Walmart, and he like went to the toy section and like got a skateboard out and was like skateboarding. And like,
right.
I'm the type of person when I'm in public, I like do not want to be a bother or an inconvenience to any person. I'm quiet. I'm in my space. And I almost died of humiliation. I was like, this is not gonna work.
Toys.
So that was it. That was the first and only
Yeah.
date. I couldn't. I was like, no.
A lot of maturity needing to happen there, it sounds like.
I was already older than him, so it was already not off to the right foot.
So what would your ideal date be then?
Ideal. I'm the person who wants to not do a full dinner for the first date. I want to like meet up for a coffee or a drink or something where you can like kind of feel out somebody. And then from there, decide if you want to do the longer sit down so you're not trapped, you know? Because it doesn't take you too long to realize face to face if it's going to work or not. So just a quick little drink would be great.
Okay. Hey, who's next? Who's got it?
Do you want to go?
Go ahead.
I would say, well, my literal first date, I mean, it was in high school. In high school, it was a similar experience of just like immaturity, and I felt like really embarrassed. Like the guy asked if they had chicken nuggets. And I was like, chicken nuggets? Like,
Do
not
not
even
order chicken nuggets on the
Can I
first
get a
date,
French
apparently.
chicken strips. Who offers nuggets?
Do you have my dino nuggets?
Were you guys
Wait.
were you
Hold
at
on.
McDonald's
How old
or?
was this dude?
He was a little bit younger than me. We were in high school, so I guess I should like cut him some slack. But still, like chicken nuggets.
But
Get out.
where did you
are
go?
we?
Like, we're yelling at
Yeah,
McDonald's
okay, this
because
is
that's
like we
not
were at.
crazy.
We were at I was like, I want you to identify them as chicken strips, not nuggets. No, we were at Applebee's, which feels very shameful to say out loud right now. But like, we were in high school. We were in high school.
But they're known
If you
for
still
like,
go to Applebee's, not.
they're,
Applebee's doesn't have nuggets.
it's
they
like
don't.
there's
No,
just
they
like
don't.
boneless wings.
Yeah, that's like, again, you would say
Boneless wings are
He said,
turtlebacks.
can I get nuggets? And I
Okay,
said,
yeah.
I'll take the steak, the potato. I was like, at this point, I'm going to eat because you just disgusted me
So
with
wait a
what you
second.
said.
Hang on. He orders nuggets, and you're like, this date's over. Let me get a steak and potatoes.
Yeah, I was like, I have officially gained my appetite. I was like, but I think I would agree with you as far as like not going for a full meal. Like, I'll do it, but likely I'm not going to eat a lot. Like, literally after I have the first date, because there's just like nerves there. Like, I'll go home and
You
like,
don't want to eat around. Yeah,
like
you don't.
smash some food. Because it's just like, it's not even like I don't know.
You don't want to get
My
big back?
body literally is like,
I get it.
no,
Yeah.
like we're not going to like, we can't.
I've heard
fully
that
eat.
like
You just
a
feel
lot
nervous.
before.
Like
Yeah.
when you're nervous, you don't feel as
And
comfortable
I feel
to
like
eat.
when you're eating, you're a little self-conscious. Like I know I
I don't
am.
feel it's not really a self-conscious though for me. It's really like my body is like literally like it goes
You're
into,
tense.
It goes into girl mode,
Tense, yeah, I
and
would
it's
say,
like
yeah.
I just want like a small bite. But I'm not that kind of eater. So if we go, further than that, you realize like
So
really
don't
she
take-
likes to eat.
So don't take you to barbecue for the first date.
No, because I
No.
can't eat it. Like, but I'll take it home and I'll like eat it really fast later. But
Barbecue
I would
sauce all
say,
over your fingers. Just
as far as like a good date when you just like really don't know the person, or I would say in general, honestly, I feel like this was a really good date. We went to like coffee first, like you said. There was like a little bit of like a time. So he had scheduled, bowling at like a certain time. So it was like we had an hour of coffee and then we did like an hour of bowling. But I liked it because it was like, okay, now we're done like talking face to face. Let's go like enjoy an activity. And then, yeah, it was kind of like a nice, like he didn't make it past that date, but
it was a good date.
But it was like a really good idea. I liked, it was like, okay, like, yeah, I don't want to, if he ever watches this,
Like,
I don't
have a
want to go
hard
in.
in and a
So,
hard out, like,
yeah, it
it's gotta be
was.
like-
It was like, okay, like we don't have to keep talking. Thank God. Like it was
Yeah.
like, so now we can go do an activity. That will be fun.
'Cause small talk can
We don't
only last
have
so
to,
long.
Yeah. It's like, we don't have to like continue like really deep talking while
Yeah.
like bowling. It's like fun.
yeah. Well, and then you guys can kind of see how you
I thought it was
guys
solid. It
vibe
was solid.
together.
It was a solid plan. Kudos
Yeah.
to him.
But
Didn't get a
Hopefully he
second
doesn't
date,
watch.
But it was great.
Hopefully he doesn't watch.
He's
All right,
not
Mariah,
watching
what about
this.
you?
Hey, it's my turn.
My deepest fear right now.
You might need to smack her harder.
I know.
So, okay. Fun fact: never been on a date, but
This has to get her some dates.
Yeah.
You never been on a date?
no, I have not.
Okay. What's your ideal? What would your ideal date?
So I have a story, but it's not a date. It
Okay.
was like, so I can tell it. It was when back in when I was about 14 years old, working at McDonald's, first job. I had a little friend, and we were situationship.
You were in entanglement.
Entanglement.
Not an entanglement. So basically, he was a secretive boyfriend of mine, and then
So you didn't tell your parents?
yeah, and then my mom found out, and then she went up to the place, and then I had to stop working there. So yeah, but ideal first date would probably be honestly, like you said, like coffee or something, and then afterwards do something fun. Because if I don't like you, like on the coffee part, I can be like, "Hey, yo, I gotta go." Or if I do like you, be like, "Oh, I want to continue this. Let's see how you are in a different environment." Like instead of just like chilling, drinking coffee, and chatting to see if you
Gotcha.
actually have a vibe or not. And if you don't, peace out.
Not for
They
me.
do say though that you shouldn't judge a guy based off of the first date, and I would agree.
Definitely shouldn't.
Because like
But you do
naturally they're nervous. I did and didn't with this guy. I did. It was just like we weren't feeling it. I wasn't feeling specific. Never mind. Anyways, there are certain
No.
things that are like, you know, like a physical trait that's like, I'm just not feeling that. And I can't get past it. So it's just not fair to you.
Well, there has to be physical attraction.
Right.
sure.
But I think if the physical attraction's there and the personality is like, I'm not sure, I think that you should give them a second date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A third
They're
date.
not going to have every quality.
At
that
least
you
3
need.
dates.
But if they come back with no personality again, then
Yeah, it's like, all
Yeah,
right.
it's like, what are
You
we
just
doing
don't
here,
have
man?
one.
Caleb. So you and Emily met online,
Oh,
correct?
yes,
Yeah.
they met on Hinge.
Yeah, we did.
That's
You
why
did.
you're an advocate for
So-
dating apps.
Well,
No, I wouldn't say that.
do you
I
remember
just-
what
I
your
like dating apps.
your pickup line to her was, or like what your?
Hey, girl, you want to see my car?
Hey, yo, I got 24 pairs of Jordans. You like that? Sorry, continue.
I acquired all of my shoes in the last 2 years.
Wow.
You lie.
You lie.
Right.
You lie.
You lie. I've known you longer than 2 years.
On
and
my
you're-
mother's eyes, I acquired all of my Jordans have
vision
been
is
acquired
wild.
in
Okay,
the past
no,
two
no.
years.
What was your pickup line for Emily?
Like I didn't have a pickup line. There was no pickup line because with Hinge it was like a profile where it was like
What was the connection? What did
name
she like?
like
And
three
what did you
things, like something you never stop talking about. What would your ideal first date be? And it was like, and there was another prompt. Mine were something you can talk about. I said Harry Potter. Something that like I think you're
Checks.
obsessed about. And I think I said my best friend Joel. And it was like, what would your
hate him
ideal
so
first
much?
date be? And I said, let me cook for you.
Oh, okay. Did you?
I've been like, all right, go ahead and cook for me.
What time?
I do like to eat.
No, we didn't cook the first date. The first date was for me a disaster. It was
Why?
because I think I shared this story on the Wives episode where like we met the first week of June and
Oh, that's right. You guys.
I was like, yo, first date, gotta wear a shirt with a collar. I'm not wearing a t-shirt out here. So I put the only shirt I had at the time was a flannel. So I had on black jeans, black t-shirt, and a flannel in June.
That's right.
And
In
she
June is wild.
and she said she wanted to go for a walk.
Oh.
And I said, let's do it.
as he's drenched.
Yeah.
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 Could
got a
she
second
see
date
that
though.
you were sweating?
She asked me, do I want to take my flannel off? And I was like, nah, I'm good.
You're like, baby, what I got going under here is bad.
I was like, I'm fine. What are you talking about? We're good.
It's true. Once you get to
Speaking
that
of-
point, you like all the clothes stay on. Like
Yeah.
until you.
Right.
It's a bad situation.
Don't
Yeah.
reveal what's
Yeah,
going on.
I'm not
under
taking
there.
a shirt off and showing just how out of shape I really am. Like, we're not doing
Also, the smell, I'm sure.
I smell great. What are you talking about?
When you sweat.
Did you shower the morning before?
I showered that day.
That's good. I'm shocked.
We're not about to get into my hygiene on an episode.
Let's get into the hygiene.
Oh,
I
we
will
can
say
tell
there's
you
no
if you-
lotion on
there,
this
There's
neck
been
right
some
now.
flies going around here.
I know they're coming from you.
No, that's gonna sound bad. Caleb, you don't stink. You smell good.
Hey, even if I did.
And let's look at his shirt. That's a nice shirt.
Yeah.
He's wearing a nice
Men
collared shirt
start
today.
wearing crochet
His is-
shirts.
it's a
crochet
see-through
tops.
shirt.
Hey,
Did
there
you
he
know
is.
that?
There.
What'd you say?
It's a
Don't
see-through
compliment
shirt.
him.
It is. I mean, you can see my
Slightly.
skin.
It's crochet. It's like my
Yeah.
Oh,
You too.
So not
Yeah.
that
match.
because again, I don't know the whole dating app thing and the whole questions matching thing, but let's just go to pickup lines real quick. So I don't know that they do that anymore, but what would your ideal or what would the best pickup or what is the best pickup line you've heard?
Can I just say that as I know we're asking them, but like I don't think that there is any. My opinion, this is how I feel. I don't think there's any good pickup line you could ever say. Like there's nothing because I'm however old I am. I don't remember. I've never approached a girl. I know I'm married now, but like even before I was married, I have never had the audacity to walk up to someone I did not know and try
He's
to
the type that's on the app.
Well, I was gonna say it brings me back to when we were talking about
That's true.
Caleb.
That would be the hinge. Would you say that? That's
this is a good time to
Yes.
bring it up.
What?
Our opinion
Yep.
on how women should make the first move sometimes. How do y'all feel about that?
I've done that, and look where I am now.
I hate
First
that.
of all, keep it up. Keep going. Keep swinging.
Keep swinging.
swinging.
No, like you keep talking.
Keep talking?
Keep doing it.
Keep talking
Like
about it.
keep.
talking.
Keep making the
Oh,
first move.
keep making the first
Yep.
move. Yeah.
Keep doing
Okay,
it.
I think that
I've
there is
done
truth
that.
to that, and I do think that it is bad. Like
Yeah.
I think that I don't know. Every time I've done it, it's always been that like, oh no, I'm actually not. I will make the first move, but I think that you have to gauge whether or not their interest is really there, and if they're gonna like keep swinging back. Because I feel like sometimes on Hinge, like I would make the first move, like reach out, say something, but you have to gauge their interest, or otherwise you are in the wrong situation where you are putting a lot of effort in as a woman, convincing yourself somehow this guy's going to like you, but it's not going to come back around to that.
You also don't want that rejection.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that it's like you can risk it in that way of like say hello, but like ultimately a man does want to pursue, and if he isn't doing that, then he ain't interested.
So
Don't push the mic away like you just said something hot right there. Like
That was hot. That's
interested.
true. That's
Mic
so
drop.
true.
She dropped the mic.
true, but honestly, nowadays dudes they don't even approach you. They just
And
look
that's a
at you,
problem.
and then when
I'm
you
gonna need
approach
you to
them,
pursue
oh,
me.
I'm not looking to date. Oh. Dude, why are you looking at me then?
Well, and that's another that goes into my next question. Which say yours real quick. What was your answer?
It's not so much about the first making the move or whatever, or making the first comment. It's the lack of effort, which is my biggest
Lack of effort.
It's the
for
biggest
me.
my biggest issue with dating right now is like I don't mind saying hi or like commenting on something on your profile. Like that's not the issue. It's the keeping the conversation, like you said, and putting the effort into like, hey, my big issue is I always feel like I'm somebody's mother a little bit. Like, okay, well, are we going to go on a date now? Like, don't forget about this. Or, and carrying the conversation. Like, I don't want to be the one to ask the first question every time. Like, I asked the first one this time. Like, now can you ask me one back? Like, that's a lot of burden
It
on
goes
one
both
person.
ways.
And so,
Yeah.
like, yes, I need somebody to, like, give and take with. So, it's, yeah.
Well, and we had kind of in reference to what we were talking about in that episode. It was, I think, on the wives episode. We were talking about how on my first date with Julia, she made the move to hold my hand. I wanted to. I just didn't know how to. I knew how to. I'm bad about. I'm bad
Yeah,
about
I
making.
understand that. I think that that's okay because you're feeling the chemistry of like what's happening.
And I just wanted it to be perfect, but I mean, she made it perfect. So
yeah, and
So
I
that's
think
what we were
that's
saying.
great.
Make
I
the
think
move.
that that's
Yeah.
fine because she felt the vibes of
Yeah.
like clearly this is here. We're feeling it.
Too scared to do it, so let me do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that
She
I
pretty
feel
much
like you're
made all the
talking
first
about
moves.
is like a literal lack of effort.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is what it is. It's
No,
the
because
effort.
then that just makes you feel like they're not interested. I feel
Yeah.
like. Do you like to play hard to get? Do you like to be pursued? Are you one that?
Hard to get. No, I'm just kidding.
What? Do you see what I'm trying to say there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're interested in someone, will you play hard to get?
That's crazy. No, I would say no. I think at this age, we're really playing. If we're playing hard to get, it's already hard to get. So, like, I don't need to be playing hard to get. No, I wouldn't do that. Like, ultimately, even like I'm like, don't ask me on a date. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, I will like typically like go on a date with someone. I'll give like a guy who will shoot his shot. Like, I will be like, okay, I'll give you a chance because you're shooting your shot. So I would say no. Did I used to play hard to get? Yes. Now, no. Like if I'm gonna play hard to get, I'm not gonna get got. So
Yeah.
now I'm trying to get got.
Y'all are goofy.
What do you mean by playing hard to get? Like, when you say that, do you mean like being like elusive and coy, or are you talking like they ask me on a date and I'm like, no, or I don't know? Give me
I'd
an
say
example.
all the above, like being elusive and coy, not being like if
Not
you
putting
like
in
somebody,
not seeming
not
like you're putting in
letting them
effort,
know,
kind of like
hey.
the other. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do
No,
any
no.
of that. Like, but I do get awkward, so I think sometimes my awkwardness might be like,
You're being elusive and coy.
I don't want to be that though. I just try. Well, I think it's
are
different.
you the kind of person? Because I am. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But
No.
like, silence is hard for you, and you have to like. So if there's silence, you're gonna try to talk.
Yes, that too. But
'Cause that's
also,
how I am.
I think there's two different ways. I'm not elusive and coy and hard to get with the dating apps. Like, I'm obviously there. I know what I'm doing. I think I have more of a hard time reading situations in real life. So when I'm like out with people and I'm like, do they like me? Or are they being nice? I don't know. Like, and then a lot of the times, like, I'm out because of work stuff, you know? And so I'm like, oh, is this person being professional? Are they giving me a vibe? I don't know. So then it's like, how I'm not a good reader of
send
situations.
your friend over there to read the situation for you. That's what my friend
True,
has
I
like
need to get-
recently exposed me to. Of like, if you're like out with another friend, you just have your friend go over there and.
But what do they say?
Like, oh, like, hey, like my friend thinks you're cute. Like, would you want to talk?
Y'all
to
still
her?
doing that?
I feel like I can't. I don't
That's
know.
okay to do.
Okay,
I
good
didn't
to
know,
know
I
that
didn't know
people
people were still
do
doing that. I do have a question though. So like,
I think that's okay to do.
after someone goes on a first date, the first question is, how did it go? As a guy, I never know how the first date went.
And
I'm like,
this
you
is
got to ask the
where
girl.
I don't
So
try to be
do
elusive
girls
and
know
coy.
how the first date went? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in your
well,
court.
obviously, but like
You
as
got
a
the
man,
ball.
like I'm like, I don't know how it went. You have to ask her. So like,
Well, I think that's because in your mind it went one way, but until that other person confirms it.
exactly, like
You don't know.
100%. Like,
You know.
And
I
I tried to be like very straightforward about that of like, this is what I was feeling, or like, hey, like I like you. And I feel like because sometimes it's hard to read if I like a person, I usually have to like say it out loud.
I just picture you at the end of the date being like, "You are the weakest link. Goodbye."
I did, I've had to say some like, like, oh yeah, like I'm just like, I'm not looking for this. It's kind of an awkward thing, but honestly, I feel like the more dates you go on, the better you
it is.
become at like having those conversations. I really like to make the guy work for it. So like let him sweat
So
a little
play-
bit.
play
A little,
along.
I guess, but it's not really like, it's just like you can lead the conversation. I don't need to ask you 1,000 questions. Like, how would you ask me?
Effort.
Effort.
It's
yeah.
all circling
But I
back.
will totally give like what's needed to be given.
Yeah.
I think that like
Yeah.
You do
showing
your
up with
part.
vulnerability and like the ability to like not save face, like I think that that's important. And I am like, okay, I will tell you, like, I like you. Let's do it another time. Let's go on another date. I think that's okay to say out loud.
All right.
You got other opinions over
I
there?
still think girls should make the first move. I'm just saying.
We have another
and
question
that's why
on.
you were on Hinge.
That's right.
Because that's what they want you to do.
You know,
We haven't-
earlier when she was talking about like the certain guys have more options, that's what she's talking about. Like they can go up to girls in public. They don't have to like be like you on Hinge.
Ooh, no, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's a burn. They're-
It's not a
did I
burn.
do something to offend
No!
y'all over there?
What
What is
is
going
different?
on?
For Caleb,
But
I
I'm
think.
just saying that's what it is.
Well, and I will say for Caleb, because I would probably be, if I was still dating, an app guy, because I'm an overthinker.
High five.
Insecure about things, and so I will overthink making the first move or making that move in public a million times.
Yep.
I told my friends and everyone that I was going to marry her the first time I saw her.
Aw.
I didn't talk to her like for months. She came in, she made the first move.
Yeah.
Get it,
But
girl.
that's because I was, scared.
A
But-
coward.
Yes. So we have another question on dating, but before there, I want to do the what would you do? So I know someone who went on a date. They met this person on the app that seemed normal, and so the date, which I always tell my friends whenever they talk about their dates, if you should never go to their house for their first
God,
Oh,
date.
for sure. Do you want to be a sitter?
own car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell a friend where you're going. Share
Yeah.
location.
Safety
Location,
101.
for sure.
Yes, but so she ended up. He wanted her to come over to watch a movie or something.
Oh no.
Well,
You know what that means.
Gets over. He comes in. The place is trashed. He has to move a pile of like papers and stuff for her to sit down, and then asked her.
Why are
if
you
she-
looking at me? My house is
Asked
clean.
her if
I
she
mean,
Always.
wanted,
I was
like-
looking for.
Asked her if she wanted a drink or wine or something, then poured it in like a red Solo cup, and
He's a partier.
and then like he was
Immediate no.
trying to
Yeah.
kiss her or something, but she went. He ran to he had to go to the bathroom. She ran out. That's all I know. What
I don't
would
even
you-
think I
What
would've-
would you do in that situation?
I wouldn't have even run out. I would have been like, I can't. It's not going to work. I think I would have just been like,
Immediately.
no.
Upon sight.
I wouldn't have continued in to
Yeah,
the door.
Once you move the trash out of the way, I'm gone.
Yeah,
Let me
but
get
think,
these papers out of here. Wait,
I'm like, you can move them. I'm leaving.
Because
what
I
would
mean
you
that-
say though? Like because like when
Yeah.
you're in like if you're in that situation and you're not trying not to be mean, but you're also trying to get out. Like what would you say in that situation?
Low key, I would be like, dude, you knew you wanted me to come over here. You knew this was happening. So why you didn't move these trash earlier?
Mariah and Cash.
Like, be for real. And
Yeah.
then part of me would be like, you know what?
Doses.
Yeah, I'm out of here because this is insane that you
Y'all
got
better
this
than me.
trash. Then you got these Solo cups like we're college kids. You're a 26-year-old. Give me a wine glass.
They're
Not
not that
me.
expensive. No, I just would have been like, on second thought, I think I do need to go. I don't think I'd be like mean, but definitely be like, actually, I have to, this isn't going to work. I would make it very clear in that moment that there is going to be no second date.
I wish that they would ask for reviews.
Yes.
Because
I want
then
a
I
Yelp
would
review.
offer my opinion, but typically I try to like hold that part back. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. Thank you so much.
But the
Good
hard
day
part
to you.
would be then you would have an option to get a review.
I wish if he asked me to give the review, I would say like,
No, like
which-
he could review you.
yeah, I know that's where it does get crazy, but I'm willing to be open to that. I'm willing to be open to that because you can take some of that stuff and
Constructive
be like, okay,
criticism, yeah.
As long as it wasn't mean, I don't want
if
to
you're
cry.
just not feeling somebody, and they're like, okay, let's say a guy
trash.
wants a review, and he's like, why didn't I get a second date? And you're just like, I just
Then
wasn't
you
feeling
tell
it.
him.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think that
happened
you can
before.
Because I asked the girl why I didn't get it. She was like, I just didn't feel like one. I was like, yeah, I heard that, but why though? And she didn't answer me. I was like,
But sometimes
whatever.
it's hard to put into words what it is because it's like when you go on a date with somebody and it
I'm
doesn't
not
necessarily work.
physically attracted.
But sometimes it's just an ick.
But sometimes it's not the physical attraction.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like
It's
the
like a
vibe is off.
chemistry,
Like
yeah.
there's just
Whatever.
something that's not there.
If they ask me, I'll tell them.
Hey,
Yeah.
I
If you
would
want to
wanna-
know,
I'd wanna
I will
know,
tell
like, yo,
you.
what
I've told
you think
guys
I'm-
before,
If you think I'm ugly, say that. Like, that's cool.
Caleb,
damn,
you're
you
ugly.
man, Taylor came with the shade for
But
you.
you got a
I
nice
love it.
top
I'm here
on.
for it.
Let's fight,
I like
Caleb.
the crochet,
All right.
but
So
it ain't
what are your dating red flags or green flags?
man of God. Green
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
So if he's a believer, red flag for you.
Red flag.
All right, I'm here.
So
for
I
it.
mean, and
would
it's
that
not that
immediately cut him off?
it really would because religion is like a really big part, and I'm not.
I got
So
you. Yeah. No, and that's-
no. And if I see that they've made that obviously a very big part of their profile, it probably means something to them, and it means nothing to me. So yeah,
I got a question.
it's
And
not
I
gonna be.
respect that.
Yeah.
What if
Like,
he? Okay.
I respect that saying that out loud. I feel like there are a lot of guys on the apps who put out this front like they've got some like Christian vibes or like that they would like a woman of God, but then it's like you don't have that same value yourself. So what are we wasting time for? But in their heads they're like, I don't know, maybe I could
It
show
makes
up
them
to
seem
church
more
a few
eligible.
times. Right.
Like,
and
but
it's
why?
Yeah, I think that that's okay. It's like respectfully we are not on the same path.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eliminate yourself, I'll eliminate myself.
They say they go
All
to
right,
church,
I got-
but really
I
it's
have a
Easter
scenario.
and Christmas.
Has a job, lives with his mom or parents. Red flag or green flag?
Depends on the situation.
Yeah, it does.
He
I
has
think
a
I-
job. Okay.
He has a
I'll
good
do you one
job and
better.
he lives with
has
his
a career.
Okay.
But that could
I'd
be
like
a
to
cultural
have
thing,
questions.
McDonald's. I'm sorry, babe.
but it could be a cultural thing
What if
too.
he's a manager at McDonald's?
You
He's
better
a manager
no.
at McDonald's.
At least be in the corporate area.
he is
Don't
the,
be
he is
in
the
the
lead
restaurant.
shift manager at Wendy's.
He's
You
not
don't
getting
just-
a date if he has that job. I
Yeah,
know.
then
I'm so
that's
sorry.
the right time when you
Your
can ask
brother,
for chicken nuggets.
Your brother
But-
judges me so hard that I like won't date somebody who doesn't have like a not necessarily a college degree, but like I want somebody who's kind of on my level. And your brother hates
Or
that
you
I
want like so
won't
you
do
want
it.
someone who has like an idea of what they want to do in life, or they're on that path, or they're going to that, or you want someone that went to college specifically.
No, you don't even have to go to college, but somebody who's like on that level, you know, like either like maybe they didn't go to college, but they have like a job and they
Yeah.
have a profession and they're like going for it. You
All right,
know?
let me
That
do you
to
one
me.
better. Okay, this man has a master's degree, $80,000 in student debt, lives with his mom, works at McDonald's.
Okay, what's
No.
the master degree? Yeah, what's the degree for?
You just said the McDonald's part.
Yeah, the
again.
McDonald's. If you
McDonald's
would
is no.
have,
That's
if you
not
would
on
have
the
not
same
said
level.
McDonald's,
Then
I feel like it would have been a little
80,000.
different. Yeah.
McDonald's ain't gonna cover
fine.
that.
He's got an entry level position at some job.
But the thing
he's
is
got
he may be-
$80,000 in debt, but he lives with his mom.
He may be living with his mom
To save
because-
money.
To save money,
He's
pay
being
off
smart,
debt.
making good choices.
I lived with my mom
Where you
till I
living right
was
now? I stay with my mom.
till we got married. I know.
I think that that's okay. I think, you know, just to take us to the Bible, of like biblically, like you are to like leave your parents to then cling to your bride. I think that is a thing. So it's like if you live with your parents and you still like are attached to that, or your parents make a lot of your decisions. And I'll be honest, I lived with my parents or my family until 28. So, I mean, literally like 3 months ago, I moved out on my own.
Yep.
I will say that there is a difference, though, I'm noticing within myself of like my family no longer like has as big of a say in my decisions. Whereas when I did live in like my mom's house, my aunt and uncle's house, it was like they had a lot of an opinion about the things that I was doing. And I gave a lot of weight to that. And I think that there is a good quality in that of like you've
Like some
separated
freedom
from
in it.
that. You know, like
Yeah.
you're not like letting them make all your decisions. And I think if that's there and you live at home for like finances or to help support, like, you know, there's got to be a plan on your way out. But
But if
We
they
can
were
make that
living
work.
with their mom just to mooch, that's a.
No.
right.
Yeah. I will tell you again. Obviously, I'm not dating, but for me, it's always been a thing. teeth.
You don't have to say obviously.
That is why that really good first date didn't go any further.
His teeth.
Because
Yeah,
it was
bad
like,
teeth.
I just couldn't do, oh my gosh, please don't be watching. I can do like a little bit of crooked because I'm like, I think that can be fixed as long as it's like a good smile.
I'm laughing
But like
because I am with
there
you.
are certain teeth. There are certain teeth that are like, I just cannot get past this. And that's where it was like, you are so great. You got good qualities, but I can't do your
Like that is the one thing for me. Like if
Yikes.
It was so sad.
it could be a dream
No, that is
person.
sad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If Julia had bad teeth, I don't know that we'd be married.
Yeah, if you got all the plaque, or if you have space in between each
I'm
tooth,
just kidding, babe.
or even like
sometimes it can be fixed. I feel like
it could be fixed, but
they could get Invisalign and it would.
What about the I'm talking about the yellow,
The yellow.
and the
Oh,
black.
yeah.
Where it looks like you don't
the
have good
black
hygiene.
teeth.
That's
yeah,
where
black-
it is.
Yeah, I ain't seen no
Like
black
you're not
teeth. If you got
brushing
them,
your
baby,
teeth.
That ain't good.
Or have you seen the teeth that are so crooked and they got teeth growing in behind?
Yeah, it's
And I'm
like,
sorry, I'm not. This sounds terrible. Like we love
There
everybody.
are some crooked women out there going,
I know.
You're giving people.
Some people love
Somebody's
it.
okay with it.
Yeah, some
But I
people-
think also it
just
can,
for me.
some people can have like a good top row and a bad bottom. I can be okay with that. Like if you have like a good smile, ultimately.
So if you can hide the
No, but it's like I think that it can be fixed. It's like, you know, I got
Smile with your
I got
top row
a good
teeth.
job.
Michaela's second
we can
date
get
is
your
to the
teeth
dental office.
fixed. But like if you have a good idea that like your teeth need fixed, like I think that that's where we can make something work. But if you don't, then
okay,
I
okay, what if you got to drive the first date? Like he ain't got a car.
that's
No.
a red flag for me.
Yeah, no.
No.
Dang.
In Kansas City with no car,
Why
how do you get
not have a
around?
car?
Yeah.
This is not a city with
Maybe
like
his
public
car
transport.
got
This is not
broke.
Chicago. This is not LA where you like take the subway. Like, come on.
You know what's
and-
also a thing is like a nice car. I really value my car or like just like having something that like, you know, is presentable. And I think in my profession, it's just like I can't have you come and get me in a hoopty.
You got one door.
And it honestly
one
is
door
a little less attractive to me. It's like, oh, you drive like a Civic, an old Honda Civic.
No,
like,
no, but it could be like your bumper's gone, but you got Louis Vuitton shoes on.
Priorities.
What's happening?
Yes.
Babe? Like what's going on?
Priorities.
Yeah, it's like you gotta come on. Like you can't do that.
It's okay. That's not my first date ick. My first date ick is something that you would have.
What?
Gotta have good shoes.
Oh, okay,
If you
okay.
got bad shoes.
Oh, for sure. If you got
he's
dirty,
No, he would have that ick.
Oh, okay. Remember? Okay, the fashion episode. The fashion episode. I canvassed these two ladies about like men's like fashion tips.
Taylor was the one with the PowerPoint.
I
She
made a
had a PowerPoint
PowerPoint.
presentation about like men's fashion things, about fashion do's and don'ts, and like both of them said dirty shoes,
No,
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I said big flip flops.
big flip flops.
I said boat
Oh,
shoes,
yeah.
not on a boat. I said Crocs with no sandals.
Because I was gonna say like
Said
dirty,
dirty
white
shoes.
dirty white vans.
don't wear dirty
No.
Air Forces all crunched up and creased
Yeah,
up.
no.
Don't be having no tight jeans where look like they spray painted them on you.
Hey,
Okay,
that was in my PowerPoint.
Hold on. What if like this is a great guy? He's got a great job. Like you met this person. He's got great photos, and he's got a career. Like you found out all of this good stuff about him, and then he shows up to the first date in just a dirty T-shirt and beat up sneakers.
Oh.
Oh, you got a great job. You got money.
But he's not. He's the appearance thing. He's just not. That's just not something.
Well,
he's
Yeah,
then
but I
that's
feel
not
like
for
nowadays
me.
you have to look presentable at the
if
first.
he's willing, I feel like though it's also like an awareness thing, and also if you're willing to be worked with, like it's like oh like no, but dirty is a hygiene thing, and that is an ick for me.
Like he smells good. Like it's just his shirt's just wrinkled.
But that's
like,
a
he just-
difference.
wrinkled is wrinkled. Dirty is dirty. So which one are we talking? Wrinkled or
Wrinkled.
dirty?
I would say wrinkled. Like he's
Does
not.
But it's
wrinkle-
a difference
does wrinkle
though,
bother
because
you?
I mean, like it bothers me, but like I could help you, and if you knew that you needed to be helped,
I
then,
feel like you are someone who will fix.
Yeah,
she wants to find somebody to
I
fix.
just feel like
I don't
She
think
wants
you
to
want-
mold somebody.
could
no.
I only
use
say that
some-
because she
that
keeps
sounds so
saying
bad.
because I can help you.
I think if you're willing to get
she would like
help-
a project. Like I don't think
no,
she would
no,
like a
no,
guy
no,
that's
no,
like.
no.
Nah.
But I think that like style is like something that you can be helped in.
I agree. Yes,
But it's also if it's something important to like
Teeth.
me, like I feel really passionate about always looking my best,
Mm-hmm.
and so if somebody comes, that's another like
I was about to throw shade at you for a second, but I'm not going to.
he was gonna say I look ugly.
That is not what I was going to say.
would be
You
What were you gonna
said
say?
you're passionate about looking your best, but like, girl, I've seen you in the airport.
Well, at the airport, I'm usually
it's
coming and going for
It's an
work.
airport.
I
All
look
right.
cute in the airport, just not my face.
One last question, because we are running close to time. Before we get to our final segment, to our viewers, we have 11 now.
12 or
I thought it
13.
was 9.
Thank you, Mariah.
It goes
Not
up
me.
every episode.
Not Taylor though.
What are qualities you look for in a man? In a man.
Good communication,
Integrity.
effort. Is that a quality?
Do you prefer someone funny that can make you laugh? Do you prefer someone who is a gentleman?
Oh, I've got it. I need a guy who, I was just literally talking about this. Well, I kind of said it already. I don't want to be your mother. I don't want to have to tell you. I want somebody who's able to stand on their own, to do their own stuff. I'm very comfortable with myself. I like myself. I like being by myself. I don't feel bad doing things by myself. So I want somebody who can also do that. I don't want to rely on somebody in a relationship. I want to be in that relationship to, enjoy your company. I don't want to be with you because I have to and I feel codependent. So
What about mama boys?
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with a man who loves his mom and wants to call. I mean, I call my mom every single day.
Yeah.
Spoke to her on the way here. Hi, Mom.
That's too many times.
But I think doing the over the top mama boy is probably a little too much.
Yeah.
Because again, that comes
where
with
they
the
would choose-
codependency
if
thing.
he's got to call his mom to get his social security number.
Oh.
No, because that's not being an adult, and then that's you can't be on your own. You can't stand on your own 2
Hey
feet.
mom, what's my social security number real quick?
Because then he's going to expect me
Hey,
to
Mom,
do that.
what does DOB mean?
Nah.
You are funny.
For a second, I was like, "What is DOB?" Oh, date of birth.
They need my dob real quick. They need my dob. What's this?
I would say what I'm looking for is someone who's a leader, and I need to feel, actually I've come up with these coin terms. No, I need to feel like you can be a provider, and I understand I am in a profession that makes good money, so I'm not necessarily needing you to make more money than me, but just to show that you could provide for me.
Yeah.
I need to know that you can protect me. That's big. I need to not feel like I could beat up somebody for you. And I forgot what my other P was, but provided, protected.
I like it.
Passionate.
I say always know your worth, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's what you
I need to be
value.
able to respect you.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. But ultimately, it is also we need to be aligned with heading on the same mission. I've realized that that's a big deal. We can both have really great qualities. We could both be really great people. But if our visions for life just really don't line up, it's where are we going?
Yeah.
Equally yoked.
Yeah, equally yoked. And then it's also what do you see for your life? Do you want to go in this direction? And I'm all about feeling supported, but also it's I would like us to do things together.
I got you.
So
Yeah. Did you answer yet?
I'd say definitely to feel secured and protected. Someone that I can't run over. Because if it's easy for me to just and you're just or a yes man, yeah, we can do that. Yeah. I don't need that. Someone that again is a true follower of Jesus Christ. Someone.
It makes me
I'm not
laugh.
laughing at you. I'm not laughing at that.
It's
That's
the
not
way
that
you said
requirement.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, a true follower of Jesus Christ, and you don't put me above Jesus because you do. We can't be together, babe. And someone that has integrity and you're self-aware of you're self-aware. If you're not self-aware, you're just blaming stuff on other people all the time.
I like it. Well, and I will tell you, this is why our episodes run over late. One more question. Paying on the first date. Do you feel like the guy should, or do you want to split it, or?
I feel on the first date he should pay. I also feel on the second date he should pay. I feel I know that I'm going to bring something to this, and I want to feel that provision part.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want, also I think it's a generous thing for me. It just feels a little bit stingy to be let's split this.
Yeah.
Or that's a big deal for me.
Would that be a turn
Generosity.
off?
Yeah. So it's if you were let's split this immediately on the first date. It's what if we were coming into this as friends? Then yes,
Yeah.
this isn't a date. Let's split it or get our own. But it's if it's a date, I want to know that you are willing to provide, even if I come in with a bigger check someday.
Yeah.
You still have that generosity in you, and you want to give.
Do you make the offer to split, or do you just sit back? And
No,
pay?
I'm not going to pay.
You make.
I'm not doing it. Don't even put that check near me. I'm not even gonna come in with my wallet.
Oh dang! I left that at home.
I do offer, And you
Like you offer to pay or you offer to split?
I say, we can split.
Okay.
I will always offer, but never have I been taken up on it. And so then they do it.
That's a red flag.
And then they, I don't know, if we go do something else, I will offer to do it. I don't want to be, again, I don't need to be
doted over.
I make my own money. Like, I'm okay doing things, and it makes me kind of feel awkward sometimes when people pay for me for everything. I'm like, can I do something nice for you? Can I like want to?
What's your love language?
Because I don't think you've paid around me, Taylor. I think I've always picked up your
Yeah,
bill.
because you secretly go up to the waiter when we're still eating and pay for everybody's meal. How am I supposed to like know that you're being sneaky?
And Caleb,
He just wanted
talking
that. He
about her
just wanted
dating
that
people,
for
not
his
friends.
ego.
No.
Like
That is
you wanted
not an
because you
ego
know
thing.
you did that for everybody at this freaking set.
That's not true.
Did what?
Well, it is. It is true, but
You
it's not.
paid for. You always do that. That's a quality of you.
Yeah, you do
Like
do
you
that.
do that all the time.
You sneakily do it.
you max
also.
out your credit cards for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're using the band money to pay for it. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
All right. Weekly segment. That's how you feel. Rants, praises, hot takes. This is where we kind of talk about something we want to rant about, someone you want to shout out, any hot takes you got. So Caleb, what do you got?
I'm gonna give it to Taylor first. Go ahead.
Because
All right,
I already know what you want to say.
What do I want to say?
You want to talk about airports.
What do you? What's
And
your?
that's my biggest rant and rave. I've been traveling so much through the airports. Just like normal airport behavior. Just people in airports.
I want to
like,
know because Caleb has opinions about airports. Like he feels you should go straight to your terminal, sit down, and don't move until.
Oh, that's crazy.
No. You have to check to make sure the
That's
gate's
not how I
there.
feel about it. No.
Isn't that how he said his view?
No, but like what I'm saying is have a sense of urgency about like where like people who are like if you walk slow in an airport,
Let's go.
what are you doing with
Or
your
even
life?
in a
Tell
store,
me
You are
it
in the
drives
way.
me crazy. Do not walk. That's not my rant, but
But
do
no,
not
but-
walk slow in front of me.
But like,
No,
so
and
my
they do all the
airport thing
time.
again is because I travel a bit. There was this lady in front of me. This is all because of this one lady. This lady walks through the metal detector, purse and phone in hand.
That's just
And
dumb.
the dude was like, "Ma'am, you got to take all this
used to
off." And
have,
she said,
priority.
"Oh, I forgot.
She used to have TSA. She don't got that no more. She don't have pre-check.
yeah,
This was in the
You
this
can't
is
go
the
through
pre-check line."
you can't go through the metal detector with that.
Like she had a purse and phone. And she's
Maybe
like,
she
"Oh, I
had.
forgot
Maybe she
I
had
I'm
that
like,
clear.
How do you?
Clear.
It made me so
Yeah.
mad.
is that what your rant was?
This one lady? I
Used
forgot
to
her
have
name.
privilege and she
You
forgot.
you knew her name?
I wish I did, so I could
Oh,
name her
okay.
and shame her.
That's
Name
not
her
even
and
the
shame her.
worst thing.
Okay,
Like, when
hot
you-
take. I don't have anything to say about airports really.
It doesn't have to be like
Also,
airports.
it's like
Mine is
you have-
airports.
Like as a credit card holder, you should be having some perks and being up in the club because that totally changes the experience.
Yeah,
But
I never have time
however-
because like
Yeah. I
I
don't get
because I
there
have
soon enough.
TSA pre-check. I don't get to like I kind of get there a little bit like as like
I'm
I
not there
walk
to
up
hang out.
as the plane's boarding.
I
Sometimes
don't know
and
though,
it's
like
such
that
an experience.
experience of club is just it's a nice one. But my hot take is that run clubs are the new dating app.
Oh,
Have you showed up to Run Club, Taylor?
I don't like.
so like you're talking about the
Well, you don't have to
Black-
like it. You can figure it out.
the Run
Here's
It
the thing:
Black
I don't
group?
like I don't do things I don't like. So if I don't like running, I'm not going. So
And I guess that would make sense because you would find someone who would like have some type of an athletic something, and
So
maybe
you got
that's
your
not a
eye on
priority.
someone at this club?
No, I'm
Ooh,
not saying
girl.
that. I'm not saying that.
spill the tea.
She's
Spill
like,
the
"No,
tea.
I didn't wanna- I'm not
I need to know.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there are a lot of attractive people who show up to Run Club, and it shows. I guess for me, I guess I'm
She's
looking
got her
for
eyes on
someone,
someone.
and
She does. Now
All
I
right,
need to
like,
go and
settle
observe.
down. Like nobody asked you to come with all.
Can I be the secretary of Run Club and just?
Yeah, go gauge
Take
it.
notes.
I just think that I'm realizing that there are a lot of people my like young adult age
Yeah.
who are showing up to these run clubs, and I guess maybe that's also what my feed is because I talk about it. I don't know. It's like
also,
run
like-
clubs are dating apps
And
What your
I think it's
feed is.
for
on
someone like
Instagram.
Feed.
boy, but like also
Where were you?
Feet.
I think that for the run club, it's kind of an interesting thing because if this our run club happens to meet at Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
Yeah,
if you can make that appointment, you probably weren't out the night before gallivanting, like and getting
Some
turned
people do
And
though.
it's-
And
Some
they're
people do.
sweating it out.
Yeah, and Saturday. I mean, that's your like first day off. From the
Yeah,
week.
and so it shows that you can like make a small commitment to something. You can be punctual. You
Yeah.
can.
But
So-
run clubs are like all over the city, and people are meeting each
Really?
other through run clubs.
See, the only run club I've heard about because of Caleb and you is the Run at Black, which I love.
Hey, you should come.
There's white people there too.
Okay,
Do you run?
I would love to come, but I didn't know if it could.
You can, you can.
Hey,
You can.
bring your family out.
I didn't, but
You can, for real.
Yeah,
My
I didn't
aunt
know
and
if it was
uncle,
specifically.
my
Bring your
family shows
bring
up.
your mac and cheese though. So
Well,
Don't dance though.
I will tell you, I have revamped my recipe. I haven't made it yet.
You should show up to Run Club. Do you really want to come?
I will. Yeah.
You really should.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I revamped
If I'm
it
running,
because of
someone's
Caleb.
chasing me.
Because him adding the jalapenos and the mac and cheese was
It was a.
sir, no, that
thing.
was not why I beat you.
that was for me.
I did.
That,
in
that
my-
was not
how
that-
I feel, Caleb. Was
That-
the
you're wrong.
jalapeno took
He's
a
allowed to have his feelings.
Also,
Not on
I
this
put
one.
way too much butter this time in my mac and cheese.
among other things.
I'm glad you took.
Do you
that
want me to
note.
tell you where
It
you went
was a
wrong
lot
with your
of
mac
butter.
and cheese?
It was. I normally
Cholesterol was
don't
high.
put that much.
Oh, you were
Salt?
just feeling it that day.
I was trying to just put
Ah,
extra love,
overdo-
and then I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
put too much love.
It was too much love. It was.
Yeah.
But it was so like the flavor was good. You did right.
Thank you.
But
But
it was a lot of
I'm
love.
changing a few things real quick. My rant is traffic jams. I cannot stand the other drivers because I hate people who don't know how to merge, don't know how to be respectful.
Just general driving.
Yeah,
People
it's-
don't know how to drive.
ticks me off. I will say I have really bad road rage.
Me too.
Yeah, my
It's
wife
bad.
sometimes is like, stop. She's like, people
She's
have.
like behind
she
the
says
camera.
people have guns, and I'm like, I do too. You know, like, oh.
No, you don't. I know my family's worried I'm gonna get shot. So
John's coming out now.
Real quick, my rant is why is Walmart not up to date with tap to pay?
I know.
Amen.
Yes,
Or
it's
Apple
so
Pay.
bad. That is bad.
Yeah, that's
Girl.
insane. 'Cause, like,
And bring back 24/7 Walmart.
yeah, you
Yes.
should be closing at 11. Y'all, they're stocking. Let it be open for
COVID's
us.
over.
Right.
COVID ruined a
Like,
few
I
things.
need tap to pay. Sometimes I
not,
forget
though.
my stuff. Yeah, it's not over.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I can't just be up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, I want to go to Walmart right now.
Yeah, like catch up. It's 2024.
Target, we understand
Call me.
because you have to dress up to go there.
Yeah.
You can't just go in your pajamas.
Yeah.
Walmart,
But they
you
do
can be
have
open
tap to pay.
24/7. Yeah.
Target does have that. So Target, you have our hearts.
I think what's dumb is Walmart doesn't even have Apple Pay.
Yeah. It's
They don't have
insane.
anything.
Yeah.
You always got to pull
Gotta
out
pull that card.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
I never pull out my wallet.
Okay.
Anybody else
First
got
world
another?
problems.
Any more rants or anything?
We're
We good?
I'd like to rant about Caleb.
go for it. What you got to say?
You're great. Thanks for
they're
having
great.
me.
Tony the Tiger.
I was ready for the criticism.
know.
I've been disrespected this whole
I'll
podcast.
save it for off camera.
I've been adding nice words.
You're just gonna hear it because it's
like,
always
"You're so
funny when you have to watch
generous."
it back and hear the other audio and you just have Mikaela being like, "You're so nice. I like your hair."
All right. Hey, folks. Well, first off, I just want to shout out our guests. Thank you, folks, for coming on. This is.
Yes.
I was really nervous about this one. Like when we first started, I get nervous for every episode, but like
Yeah.
this one, I was like, "What is
You were
about to
nervous?
happen?" But y'all were so good. Cue another round of applause for them because they were just all that.
You were nervous I wasn't going to show up today.
That also was a thing too. Do y'all
did.
want?
He
Okay.
was.
Do y'all want your socials dropped?
Yeah, hit my line, baby. Call
And
And
me.
if,
my
you
dogs.
know, if you're interested,
Please also
Heard
put
what
my
I said
dogs.
though. So if you're any of those red flags, just don't come here.
check your teeth.
Y'all DMs are
Teeth
gonna
and dirty
be
shoes
flooded
and tight
with
pants.
I can't wait to see
Bad
the comments.
candidates.
I can't wait to see the comments.
to God.
Yeah.
We'll tag your dumb
Tag
dog.
Pippa.
Oh, we will.
But again,
That's my child. It's the only child I'm going to have, so better be nice.
yeah. So that's another thing. Can't have, no kids, no human children.
As
For-
always, folks,
do
thanks
want
for
kids.
joining us for another
Hit my
episode.
line.
Hey, thank you. Remember to like, comment.
Oh,
share.
hey, before we
share.
end, don't forget we do have stickers. That's our
We're
first-
dropping stickers.
Yes,
We're
so
dropping stickers. Actually, by the time this comes out, we have had stickers. They already exist. They have existed for some time.
I like that one. I want that one.
That's how you feel.
Are these?
Well, I know, but
Are these your actual babies?
so they
This
are.
is giving Gabriel.
It is Gabe. It's
That is-
Gabe
that's
and
my son.
Boston. Yeah.
All right. So again, hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. I don't
That's
know what
how
next
you
week's episode is
feel.
going to be. We'll
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Close the episode. Stop.
I don't sing for free, Levi. Sorry.
I know. I was like, wait, what's? All right. See you folks later.